Awesome. So this video is going to highlight a few trips I had a couple of weeks ago when the weather was good. We had about 10 days of settled weather, some brilliant visibility and some great conditions. This video documents a 24-hour period where I got out twice on the kayak and once for a swim. I hope you enjoy the video. So there's a bit of an easterly today, which you can probably hear hitting the camera. It's supposed to be a 2-knot wind, but this is a lot higher than 2 knots. It's more like a 10-knot wind. So we're going to head out. We're not where I wanted to be today. I was going to go to White Sands, but with the wind like this, White Sands will be a little bit too rough. So we're going to come here today. I forgot to bring the fish box. I've rebuilt my garage, redesigned my garage, and I've got my rods hanging up on the wall and all my fish stuff places, but totally forgot to pick up my fish box because it's in a different place than normal. Hoping to get a few mackerel today, and we'll maybe try for some cod. I've got a light lure rod with me, and I've got my normal sort of Shakespeare ugly stick. I don't think it's made by Shakespeare, I get very confused. My ugly stick GX2, the rod I normally use out in the kayak. I'll just use the reel strapped down. And then we'll do this. The water's so clear that I'm going to go for a dive. Maybe tomorrow, get out and see if I can't get diving and try and get some fish on the dive with the spear gun. Or at least see something. Maybe not shoot something, but at least see something, because the viz is so good. It's like crystal clear. So I definitely need to get out for a dive at some point. There's actually quite a lot of tide pushing in here. I'm having to push against the tide to stop me drifting out. So that we timed that quite well. That boat going back in. We'll get out and we'll decide what we're doing. Like I said, a bit of an easterly, which I wasn't really expecting. It's definitely not the flat forecast that there was. And we'll just hit this here. I wonder if when we get out there it's going to be really quite blowy. The viz was stunning. We had some really good viz last week. It does look like there's a little shoal of sand eel above up on the surface here, so we might be able to snag a wee mackerel. Oh, that wave came into the kayak. That's my rules. As soon as waves start breaking into the kayak, that's my rule for going in. Let's just paddle in where it's a bit more sheltered, I think, because that is a pretty strong wind. If my underside gets turned to that wind, it's going to blow us over, and given this swell, that might just happen. This is definitely choppier than it was forecast. These are not small waves, so we'll just gently paddle in. Look at that one, that's going to break. Yeah, we got over that, that's alright. We'll just gently. Oh, hook and snag. Oh, here we go. This wave's going to break on us. Yep. Hold the balance. Nice. This is way rougher than was forecast. It's so funny because I nipped into the lifeboat station and had a chat with some of the guys in there, and I said, I wonder if it's just got a bit windy. I wish I'd gone out earlier this morning. This is going to be an aborted kayak. Abort mission. Abort mission. Another big wave. Just a bit too rough. You know, I've wondered recently if I've got a bit risk adverse with the weather. And because I look at some of the conditions I've not gone out in, and look at some of the conditions I've gone out in the past. Now that doesn't mean that when I was going out in the past, it was right to go out. But I do definitely think I paddle on less windy conditions than I used to. I've also moved house since I used to, so the sort of areas that I fish are a little bit different now than I used to. And up the Forth is definitely less windy. There's a boat coming behind us, so we'll just get ourselves out of the wind. It's interesting. I do wonder if I've become more risk adverse. But today, it's not one of those days. It is definitely too rough to be out fishing today. Honestly, it surprised me. See, as I'm getting closer, the wind's coming sort of this direction, straight through here, and it's picking up sort of speed as it rips down across the harbour. But as I get closer and closer to the harbour wall, I should get more and more sheltered. Because this is all just wind swell. Wind and tide together. Yeah, just get going backwards here. Right, we're at this one up. You work out to finish. It annoys me when this sort of thing happens. It doesn't happen often around here, but it's quite so different from the forecast. But the weather is, I've been had by the forecast, 100%. Did you say it looks pretty clear? Yeah, that's why I thought here might be good. Just because there was a bit of swell hitting the back of the harbour and where I was paddling. Although don't get me wrong, it looked pretty clear, but I thought just for the safe side, here's normally really quite good. I have a small leak, I think. That's annoying. In my mask. I don't know if it's my hair.
So this was my first dive in about 2 years. Last year I had a horrendous ear infection, and with work and time I just haven't been able to get out. What you're about to see is a fish that I didn't think existed really on the East Coast, and I'm really pleased to have caught some footage of one. I hope you enjoy this short clip of me doing some free diving, and then it'll be back to the kayaking to finish up this video. The lesser spotted cat shark, the smallest of the hound species, also known as the common dogfish. We don't see a lot of them on the East Coast, mostly because the cod eat the dogfish eggs. So to see one here at White Sands, I mean it's perfect dogfish ground, but I've never caught one, and I've fished on the East Coast for about 5 or 6 years now. So it's great to see one cruising around in the waters. This fish is also quite big, as you can see, so it's quite a mature fish in the grand scheme of things, so clearly it's been around a while. We follow this for 5 or so minutes and it moves quite quickly, and then we leave it to get on its way.
soft. It's just shedded skin.
Are you gonna film it and come back? Can you see them swim? Okay. Yeah? Like a picked up a trap. Ever. Oh, you dancing fucker. Sorry. Fucking good. Yeah, you just between there. Okay. Love it. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, hat actually. I'll get a hat. So clear today. Feels like it should be a nice day out on the water. Let's go and have a look. Some rubbish. Okay, pick that up. Bottom there. Here's a small way of rubber. It's just gorgeous here. Just now. What a lovely day. I haven't made the right choice coming down here. The water's crystal clear. Went for a dive yesterday and had some lovely time. Hopefully that video is up on the channel, or not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that footage. It depends what happens with this paddle. This is very different from the conditions that I faced yesterday when I came out of this entrance. Yesterday we had a big easterly, caused a lot of issues on the way out of the water. The boat come in, so we're trying to get ourselves out. Just about out of the way of the entrance down to the boat. Not quite. Going to end up doing a lot of paddling and not a lot of fishing, I think, today. Kind of just had that feel about it. We're in some pretty confused water here. A wake of a boat's come through and is ricocheting off the wall here. I want to try and come in to this gap here. I also think there should be some fish here. It's kind of just my opinion, but it's an informed opinion. I haven't caught any yet. There's going to be some seals around in here though. We'll have to be a little bit careful. Oh wow. The depth comes right up. Hopefully I don't snag. I'm not sure how much line I've got at the back here. Once we get on the inside of this, I'm going to stop and we drop. It's amazing. It's so stinky because normally 90% of this is underwater. Oh shit, I got a snag. Ah, snagged. Did say I might snag. Should have stopped. I got it off, but now I've got this tangled. That means I'm probably going to snag off again. That's the second time I've done that today. Nice. I'll watch here because it's a bit shallow, and I've definitely got some weed on the line. Yep, I'm sure that weed I picked up. No wonder I'm not catching any fish. With this much weed on the line. Right. I'll choke myself as I put that back down. I need to move a little bit because I'm about to hit this rock. It's so clear. reverse away from this rock. Gotta be fish in here though. It's so clear. They see me coming a mile off. It's pretty impressive though. I'm really pleased I came in here. It's so clear. You can see the bottom in 7 meters of water. Oh, load of sand eel just gone underneath us. Loads of sand eel. Really small. Okay, let's get out here then and drop. This is where the fish should be, the other side of that structure. Have a look here. Let's have a drift about here for a little bit, I think. See which way we go. We're going to drift down the coast, which is not necessarily a bad thing. We'll just drift about here for 5 minutes and then we'll make a decision as to what we're doing next. Fish! 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 I literally just clipped that up. I'm going to lose it. Don't lose it. Yes! Don't know what it is. It's a mackerel. Obviously. It's a good sized mackerel actually. For some bait. Come here, little Mackie. Come here, little Mackie. You are now bait. Consider yourself. Oh, it's gone through your eye. Actually, it's almost an eating size mackerel. Just hang around. Right, stay there. Dispatch you. Turn your out the boat, please. Right, mackerel dispatched. I'll just do that off camera. In case anyone doesn't particularly like seeing mackerel being dispatched. Give it a quick bleed. I always bleed my fish. I mean, technically, I'm using them as bait. Bleeding them is probably a bit excessive. I think if you're using them as bait, bleeding them probably doesn't need to happen. It's better to have the blood in there because it's stinky, but there's a chance I might eat this mackerel. So I'll just give it a quick bleed. And we'll stuck it in the hatch. Make sure he can't fall through. There is a hole in that hatch. Oh, awesome. Just left my rod out for a couple of minutes. Right. So now we've got to try and pick up another one or two of those, I suppose. And then we'll have some bait and we can put on a bit of a live bait rig. Let's check this out as well.
The end of this trip was a lot of paddling, about 2 hours spent on the water and not catching any fish. I didn't see the need to share the video footage with you. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Thanks to all those of you that keep watching the channel. Please leave a comment down below if you've enjoyed the video and where have you seen the strangest fish. For me, that dogfish, total surprise. Thanks for watching.
Well, this is kind of depressing. I'm fishing outside the harbour for just a little bit before I go in, and there's no fish. So I think I'm gonna call it a day and head in. Sad times, sad times.